Hope you're ready for some hoops. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Queen misses. The Suns on offense. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does. It changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Queen. Pass to Barnes. The three. That one is off. The Suns on offense. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Booker on the take. Nice move. Green. It's hauled in by New Orleans. To the inside. And stolen by Booker. Carter from outside. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. To the paint. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And that's what the fans came to see. Williamson taking to the skies.
Booker, good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Queen. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Unbelievable. It defies physics. How can a guy that big stay in the air that long?
Outside Booker. Nice move. And he lays it in. Booker's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
To the left side wing. The fader will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Yeah, no reason to fade away there.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
So timeout called here. The first for New Orleans. Change here. Pelicans trail by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Phoenix. In terms of his team's scouting report, Zion Williamson is at the top of it. He raved about Zion's blend of skill and strength, telling me, I don't think there's a stronger guy in our league. Plus, he can put it on the deck and finish at an elite level. Zion is like a freight train coming right down the lane. Back to you, B.A.
And Allie, thank you for that. The shot by Dunn, no good.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He'll take the opportunity. Ready to regroup. The Pelicans making a switch here. And so it's Phoenix with it.
Pelicans foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gillespie. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Pass to Goodwin.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Iguodala. Here's Goodwin. Checked by Mitchell. Picked it out of midair.
Perfect timing. Gets into the passing lane, and then he's off the other way.
Here's Looney. Clock at 6. Here's Fears. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And there's the drive. The three from Barnes. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Iguodala. Pass to Goodwin. There's a screen. Inside. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Shot clock at 6. O'Neal on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Barnes with the rebound. Here's New Orleans now. Again, the Pelicans good for 2. The Suns trailing. Here's Gillespie. Here's O'Neal. Looney grabs a miss. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Wow, that's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Gillespie. He's scoreless. Fires at the elbow. That shot off the mark. There's the steal. The ball's knocked loose. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pelicans ahead, up 4. We'll take a quick break.
16.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
Here's Carter. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
New Orleans calls timeout. The Pelicans making a switch here.
Pelican substitution. Number 1.
Left side, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn outside. From deep three-point land. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
And Grant, you played a half-decade in Phoenix. What stands out the most?
Well, B.A., a great city with great fans. And that exciting run in 2010 where we made it to the conference finals.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Devin Booker grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but around age 15, he moved to Moss Point, Mississippi to live and train with his father. Booker said, quote, "I understood the goal and I just embraced the culture and the inner city. They took me in, it was really important time, and it was good for me." Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Out of bounds, it'll be Phoenix's ball. Suns trail by 10. Booker looking around. Money from the wing. Booker's got 8.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Pass to Murray Boyles. Clock is at 3. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Booker for 3. Pelicans cleared away. To the wing on the left. Williamson outside. Pass to Queen. Up and over Carter. Kicks it out to Williamson. And they turn over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Timeout called. The Pelicans.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
Suns trail by 10. Outside Booker. Pass to Dunn. Outside Booker. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pierce shot is off. And here are the Suns now. Here's Green. And Pierce pulls it down. Into the lane. Here's Mitchell. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
The shot by Dunn, no good. The Pelicans lead by 10. It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Fears. Banked it in off the glass. Fears has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Jeremiah Fears, man, this kid is gritty.
And it's New Orleans ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
The 3 from Mitchell. Pass to Fears. Now Whitmore. Unable to get that one. You know, Tim, despite never averaging double-figure scoring, Royce O'Neal is a steady presence.
Yeah, B.A., he was undrafted in 2017, and he's been traded for a first-round pick multiple times. He's a rugged defender, very strong at 6'4", about 225. He can help you win games.
Plenty of space. Kept alive.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Here's Gillespie. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Down low. Here's Fears. He's got 6. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Fears has got 8 points.
Yeah, Fears has all sorts of ways to finish. The floater is going to come in very handy in his NBA career.
Lets it go from deep. Iguodala grabs a miss. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans going into the break up 12. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume. Is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Green. Off target from the baseline.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
The 3 from Barnes. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And that one's good for Brooks.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Here's Fears. Give him 8 points now. And that one, good.
Yeah, the mid-range is not always easy money for Fears. He's folding some new wrinkles into his game.
Outside Booker. Pass to Green.
New Orleans foul. Mitchell. First taking a foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Number 1.
Shoots a fadeaway. Here's Carter. Goes back up. And he banks in the layup. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
Here's Whitmore. The rebound by Carter. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Phoenix. It's a 10-point game. From going to the finals in 2021 to missing the playoffs last season, Grant, things have not gone according to plan for the Suns.
Well, you know, B.A., they followed that trip to the finals with a 64-win season. But then they went all in on the big 3 of Booker, Durant, and Beal. And that just didn't yield the results they'd hoped for.
Pass to Mitchell. Williamson outside. Right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Queen. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
The 3, Booker. And it's Queen with a rebound. New Orleans leading by 7. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to Queen. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And New Orleans making a change here. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Back to Brooks. Inside. It's stolen by Looney. Done with a steal. Brooks outside. Shot from the wing. And the shot no good. A bit short.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Down low. Here's Williamson. Second chance shot. And it's good for 2. Williamson's got 8 points.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
And